All right, so this is the last and final call of the ShapeshiftHer challenge. It has been so incredible to journey and share space this last month with you and all of the other beautiful, powerful women, shapeshifters, disruptors, visionaries that have been a part of the group. It's been so sweet and it's been so intimate. And over the last few weeks, we've journeyed from the mind down into the body and really cultivating an awareness between the awareness of the psychosomatic connection and really creating new pathways to sustained liberation and truth embodied in every step and every breath, and used this opportunity through the shape shift her portal as a dojo, as a spiritual and emotional gym for growth and evolution. That's really what the shapeshifter is about, is really embracing the feminine power of the evolutionary woman, and realizing that we are in constant change, and that change is actually the only that's the only constant, is that change. And we're December 1st. We're now December 1st. And my intention with this challenge has been really to ascend into these higher levels of self-mastery come this January 2025, the new calendar year, as a reclamation and just invitation to step into one's fullness, into her power, and to realize that we can live many lifetimes, we can live many years in just a short amount of time, because the focus is um it's poignant, it's um and it's potent. So my desire of these last 3 weeks was to explore what it would be like to draw the fullness of you, draw the multidimensionality of you, draw the 110% of you in your body, in your values, into your daily life, living, breathing prayer, and realize that you can really ascend and collapse and play with these linear timelines, and realize that you can live years and days, right? And so, actually, I know that you've done that as well. You've been that living, breathing prayer, and you've lived years and days, and you're moving across the world, right? And packing up boxes. You're literally shape shifting into this new identity right now as we speak, carrying this beautiful unborn child in your womb, and getting ready to transition. I think your first time mama, yeah, into motherhood. Yeah, so shape shifting and welcoming you into this next transition from maiden to motherhood, and really moving into that prayer of welcoming your mom even into her sage, elderhood, right? And there's so many transitions that are happening. So, before I kick off, I think I'd really love to. I know we just caught up a good bit um, prior to hitting record, but yeah, what feels most alive for you? These calls are yeah, I really get the inspiration from the field of how they'll move and play. And I have a run of show, I have an agenda for today, but I think what would feel most authentic is getting a pulse on, the woman that you've become, even over these last few weeks of being in this space, and moving from your spaces, right? And your transition here to the United States, and really the embodiment and the energy that you're calling in and shifting into as you step into this new chapter in your life. So I'm going to give you the floor.
Okay, amazing. So yeah, my intention was to be the well-fucked woman, and really for me that means being devotionally into my divine feminine and really worshiping and honoring the divine masculine in my beloved. And I really am so proud of our relationship and so proud of what we've created. And I see that it is breaking massive ancestral patterns. And like you mentioned earlier about ancestral, like I'm going back to the States to give birth and to be an adult. I haven't lived in the States as an adult. So um, it's been a long time. And I'm that the ancestral healing is very alive in me. And I'm in, in honor of the part of me that's frustrated with my husband for not being like the horniest man in the world. Like it's just not one of his like main things. Although when we do make love, it's like the most magical thing ever. Like, and that's where I know that I can trust my body and my yoni and everything that he's the one for me. But I'm seeing now how much ancestral patterns we're breaking by not being in the same old sexual relationship and actually really growing it from something totally new. And today I was walking in the sunset and I found a stone and I sat on it and watched the sunset. I went into meditation and I felt surrounded by my ancestral women. And I felt like future women also, like my baby girl and like the future women that will be sitting around me and like telling me this is a pivotal moment in history of the dawning of the new earth or the dawning of a new age and how I am the cycle breaker in my family. And how that can be painful and it can be hard. And I sometimes have to like elbow my way. But that's what I learned in Israel. Like Israel gave me the elbow power, like get out of my way. Um, which is so fun and so cool. I'm no longer like, oh, sorry, I almost touched you. Like I'm not like that anymore. Um, Thanks to Israel. And so yeah, I'm bringing in this real devotion to the ancestral healing through my relationship and also through my birth, through giving birth, through claiming a sovereign birth, through preparing myself to have a blissful, joyful, easeful birth. To not let in the noise of people telling me, well, don't have high expectations or, don't get your hopes up because you can't control what's going to happen. Like, would you tell that to a sports player when they're prepping for the game? Like, no, you fucking wouldn't. So why do you tell that to women? And I'm just like, I'm done with that, like that story and that narrative and that apologetic version of me. And I feel my ancestors and it's like this circle of women around me of like future and past, just like, yes, 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 you're doing it.
Yeah.
So that's what's really alive for me right now. And that's who I've become in these last few weeks. Really claiming that part of my birth and also this move.
Mhm.
And there's been so much work that needed to get done, and I really allowed others to do it, like a
Mhm.
big part of it, and not feeling like I need to do it all. And so yeah, just a lot of pattern breaking and stepping into the worshiped feminine
Mhm.
and the worshiping feminine.
I love your words. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is perfect for today. I'm so glad that you brought this to this space. I love that you're claiming being the well-fucked woman, and I know that you being witnessed in your divinity and just like literally dripping honey all over your body and being in this devotional prayer of just like giving, the beauty of the flowers and the petals and the waters and being entrenched in all of these incredible things. It will invite your man into a deeper level of spiritual understanding of who you are too. And I know that that gets to really contribute to your arrows and your tantric, relationship and this devotional practice that you guys are both exploring. And uh, yeah, there's some incredible lovemaking that's coming your way. I know it. Yeah, doors are being opened. Doors are being opened. Locks are being unlocked and doors are being opened. And it does take a really great level of consciousness and self-awareness to be able to be in this type of field and practice with your partner. And so really like honoring that and loving that for you. And praying that for all the sisters that are in this space, because I know that we've got a few women that are moving through some personal grievances and growth processes in relationship as well. So it's possible. We've got this incredible sister here, Ashley, that just is a beautiful reflection of it being possible. And that's the incredible thing about doing this work in community is realizing that, Ashley has it. Why can't I? You're a great example of somebody that has claimed it and welcomed it in and set that as a standard for your life and healing and doing this work in community. And this is why I opened up the Temple of the Jaguar, which is a new women's virtual online platform and women's gathering space that'll be happening next year. But this is the reason, is because we get into these fields and these dojos and to realize that, like, okay, you have access to it too. And my desire is actually, it's not that far away, because like we're in close proximity now and we're in this relationship. And so you get to be a mirror and reflection of what others are wanting to attain, right? And yeah, just thank you for bringing that gift of possibility here for all the other women that'll see this. Um, so I'm really excited for the exercise that we're going to be doing today. Just as a review, high level, like really what has taken place over the last few weeks and what I pray for today is, the first week we really explored the mind and some of these patterns, some of these narratives, really these subconscious narratives and programs that we'd been led to believe through early childhood and familial programming, through societal programming, right? And in the United States, we're like everyone's cowering all the women. You need to apologize for even have existed, haven't been in the room, and that really makes women question their worth. And so it's like this is an invitation and an initiation into the space of like getting big, right? My jaguar tattoo reminds me, and I said this in a voice note one of the weeks, one of the days, but I mentioned like I was on the kink table of a BDSM masters, like getting a rub down by a beautiful, sexy fur uh glove, right? And in my clothes, but just completely relaxed, completely dropped into my body. My guard had completely come down. And I told him that the word that I was working on was worthiness. And so he asked, well, what does your jaguar tattoo have to do with worthiness? And I said, well, she knows. She knows she's worthy. She walks through that jungle. She's sultry. She's, sensual. She's powerful. And she just knows. She doesn't question her worth. She doesn't ask if she's allowed to be there. She is there. And so that's what this like exercises that we've explored within these last few weeks have really been about, is an opportunity to question, like, well, what the fuck? Like, where, this isn't what I want to have. This isn't what I want to create. This isn't the woman that I'm becoming. A woman that's cowering is not a well-fucked woman. A woman that's, disconnected is not a well-fucked woman. A woman that's sensual and pleasured and self-pleasure and, has access these points of my divine femininity is a well-fucked woman. And so my intention really that first week was like to gain an understanding of the reality of things in the current situation, and then moving into the body and the emotions and the energetic system of like how is it that you're moving through and showing up, and is it really attuned to being a well-fucked woman? Or when I huff and puff and I'm angry at my husband because he didn't pack that box right, well, she's not going to get fucked up. Like she's not dropped into her pussy and her sensuality and her body and her heart. And so that's like an understanding of week two, and summary is yeah, like what is the emotion and the energetics that you're choosing, right? Because we all have a choice. And today, what I really want to bring to this space is a combination of all of these practices together is reimagining and imagining, like you said. You don't tell a sports, NBA all-star or a professional athlete that they're going to have a horrible time and that they're going to totally miss that final dunk, right? In the last moment, you're going to tell them how incredible and strong and powerful they are. And so today is going to be a hybrid and an inciting of all of these kind of themes woven together. And so, what I'm gonna invite you to do here momentarily is reimagine a what I like to call like a hijacking. So, this is something that I received in one of my trainings. A few years back, but it's this neural rewiring, and then we're going to bring it into the body. Okay. And so what I'm going to guide you into, and the reason that we're doing this is because we have the power to create new pathways, right? We have the power to create new belief systems. And of course it takes work. Of course it takes devotion. Of course it takes, conscious effort to do that. And so that is all in the mind. We're going to be using kind of imagery to create a new vision for our reality and our experiences. And then after that, taking it a step further and really like breathing and moving as though that reality is happening, right? And so really drawing the belief down now into the body and connecting it with your emotional and your energetic vibrational being, right, at a cellular level, and really making these subtle shifts that creates ripple effects, that creates new epigenetic patterns and creates even, shifts, I believe, at a cellular level and within your genealogy, within with your DNA. So when we're doing this ancestral work, it's all interconnected. And so that'll be really the pathway today is creating a vision for receptivity, for pleasure, for being in your body as a well-fucked woman. And then I love that term so much. I love that term. I like already am seeing it. I'm like, she is on the bed. She is like dripping honey on her body. She's just in total, utter pleasure and bliss and ecstasy with yourself. And yeah, using this as like as the practice, right? The scrimmage for when it's an opportunity to drop back into your heart and receive, right? Versus that fighting, right? And so you've already created this new pathway with your husband when it came to being in that sacred spring. Before it was like the fighting and the resistance. And then you finally, like, things are shifting. You've been in prayer and devotion, and you welcomed him into this new vision, and there got to be this really beautiful alchemical process that happened there. And so I'm going to take you through another process to like welcome more of that alchemy in, more of that shapeshifter in, and then using your body as a way to anchor it. How does that sound? Yeah. Two thumbs up, two thumbs up. Okay, beautiful.
So good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, my pleasure. Okay, let me make sure that I have like a sexy song that's gonna get queued up here first. All right. Okay. I think I have a song. We'll see what it sounds like. I have so many 5,000 saved songs in Spotify, and I'm like, I don't know. I love them all. I don't know what they sound like though, till I listen to them. All right. So, as you feel ready, Ashley, to just get comfortable and close down your eyes, if that feels accessible for you today, I invite you to do so. Uncrossing your legs and just placing your feet flat on the earth. Taking a nice deep belly breath in and out. Notice if there's an opportunity to soften, maybe softening down through the shoulders, softening through the jaw. Softening through the brow, and really feeling now your sits bones received, supported by the seat underneath of you. Feel where the edges of your body meet the chair underneath of you. And then shift your awareness now towards your internal self. Notice the depth and the pace of your breath. In just a moment, I'm going to guide you onto a journey. And through this journey, I'm going to invite you to a moment in your past where if you hadn't completed these last 3 weeks, if you hadn't said yes to the ShapeshiftHer challenge, if you continued to perpetuate whatever old behaviors, unwanted behaviors, or patterns might have existed. So maybe when you would have responded out of anger, fighting, resistance, traveling back to a time in your past where the younger you lived, responding, reacting unconsciously from a place of fear. And so when you're ready, you can fly up above this moment, looking down on it so that you see yourself sitting here. And flying back into the past, 3 weeks before today, and even further into the past to a moment in your timeline that you were met with resistance, that you weren't embodied in your highest, in your wise woman or sage self. Going there now, you might just get a feeling that you've arrived, or maybe you get a clear picture. But when you do, just give me a little nod or an indication that you've gotten there. Yeah. Okay, beautiful. So I want you to stay over that moment. I want you to hover over that moment. And as you're here hovering over that moment, looking down on it, observe what's happening in the environment here. observe whatever hostility or heat that's cultivated in you. And then watch yourself react, living whatever moments that proceed, disembodied, having been pushed off of your throne within your own inner temple. And just notice the moments that follow. Notice how you feel. Notice the repulsion or the rejection of self or other. And then when you're ready, Ashley and all women, drop into your body so that you're looking through your own eyes back into the scenario, into the event that you've pictured, so that you're looking through your own eyes. And prior to the confrontation happening, I want you to see the moments that lead up to it as you look through your own eyes. See what you saw. Hear the words that were shared, or even just the subtle frequencies in the air. And feel what's stirring in the body. And then instead of acting through that old lens, that old pattern, I want you to remember the woman, the wise woman that you are, the woman that you've become, the well-fucked woman, the lover, the compassionate, the forgiving one. And I want you to stand strong, stand here, stay in your body. And I want you to respond instead the way that is aligned with your future now. And I want you to feel that physiologically. Notice what happens as you anchor into yourself, your future now. Staying in your center, on your throne, in your power. And then I want you to feel that power. I want you to feel whatever emotion arises in your body fully. Let it take over. Feel the tingling, the sensation that's present here as you let this next moment, you staying in your sovereignty, in yourself, expand. Breathe into that expansion of that expanded self. Feel the yes from you. Yeah. Notice how you meet you here in your expanded state. And then I want you to take this power and take it with you. Remember, feel the change in your body at a cellular level as you evolve and shape shift into the woman that you were always meant to be. And I want you to fly up now, taking this power and this divinity and this sovereignty with you. And I want you to fly out to a future moment in time. So coming back over your timeline, flying past the now, you can travel as quickly as you'd like out into the future, into a moment in time where you are challenged once more with the same questioning, where the pattern and the cycle arises once more and fly out over into the future. And let me know when you've gotten a picture. You can give me a little nod. Good. So flying out into the future, stay there, hover, arrive to above this future moment in time. And I want you to see you in this animated motion picture. First, even before the confrontation, the situation happens, just notice how you glow. Notice your radiance. Notice the power and the strength that you've cultivated from within, continuing to honor yourself all the way up until now. And then when you're ready, I want you to drop down into your body so that you're looking through your own eyes once more. And find your center here. Feel your body, feel your feet underneath of you. Orient to the power that you have deep within. And see the scenario play out in front of you. Notice the trigger, notice the person or the place, the environment that starts to create wakes in your field. And notice as you just observe here from that grounded place of power and stillness. As that old trigger continues to fire and attempt to create resistance in your body, in your field, notice as the experience plays out and notice how you respond. Stay in your body and feel your response here now. Yeah. And how can you turn the saturation of your energy, of your emotion in this conscious response up even more? So if you're feeling peace, feel that peace as you just sit here and you say, that's not for me. Or feel that peace as you feel the pleasure in your body, welcoming in more of what is for you. Feel whatever emotions arise in your system as you honor that well fucked woman, as you honor yourself, queen on her throne. And then let the next moments happen and notice how you stay in the body connected to your power. And as you stay here in your power, I'm going to share a song and I invite you into the embodiment of that power. So staying in the vision of your response, of your conscious response. I'm starting to inspire some movement as the version of you that is anchored into this new vision and version, letting her move and take up at a cellular level. Yeah. And I'm here with you, Ashley. I am in my power and my pleasure moving with you, sister. Remembering the power of your sensuality and of your eros here. And move and breathe as a liberated woman connected to the earth. Notice if there's any noises or sounds you need to make to move this energy through even more. And feel the rewiring, feel the repatterning move through your body at a cellular level through every edge of your body now. Keep moving, keep breathing. And as you're here, envision your future, the well-fucked woman, the woman that you're becoming, the woman that you already are. And imagine and move through every moment that you will live, inevitable moment that you will live, and see through her eyes. Shapeshift into the woman that you're becoming now. What are the narratives? What are the words? What are the stories that you tell yourself? What do you believe to be true about the reality that you're creating? Let it get big, let it get loud. And as we continue to hear the narratives and the future you present. I want you to let the emotion get big. Feel the joy, feel the ecstasy, feel what you feel in having actualized and become the woman that you are, shape-shifting, evolving. Welcome her in. Feel her arrival into your body now. Feel the shift at your body at a cellular level. Feel the future generations receive this technology, this intelligence. Beginning to slow the energy down, calling your energy back and anchoring it in, placing your hands on a place on your body that feel true for you. And feel the activation as it lands here. Feel the shift in your body, the tingling of the energy, the arrival of this ancient, futuristic, timeless technology spanning over the course of infinity here and now. And say yes to you. Say yes. Say yes to your vision, to your passion, to your evolution. And tell yourself how fucking proud you are of you. You did that. You are that. I am. I did it. Yeah. And then give yourself some love. Give yourself a hug. Whatever else you need to receive that feels authentic from this future now, give it. And slowly taking your time to arrive back into this space. Amazing. Taking your time, as much time as you need. All right. Mm. Mhm. There is this like light beaming from your belly. What?
Yeah, my husband brought in a candle for me while
Oh,
while we
I was like, what is happening? Oh my God. Amazing. Welcome back. Welcome back. How did that feel? And you can just keep relishing in it too if you want.
Oh, I just want to share that like you mentioned the jaguar, and like the jaguar has been really alive for me in the last months, even years.
Mhm.
Um, and during this experience, I received the presence of like the golden ray and the golden path. And it was a lion, a lioness,
Mhm.
and then the jaguar and the white tiger came. So it was like these three cats, and it was like nothing's black and white, everything's golden. And that was like, yeah, that was a really big message. And as I sat on my throne, the cats were just around me and just helping and supporting me to clear and to come into that version of myself. Um, and the message that they really gave was, yeah, nothing's black and white, everything's golden.
Mhm.
And I
Mhm.
saw the yin yang and how and they were like surrounding the yin yang, like the white and the black, and then the golden lion. Um, and and then it was like fierce and compassion. Like those were the two words that actually came with my pleasure. Like that's yeah, like the honey nectar of my pleasure comes from holding both the fierceness and the compassion. Yeah.
Wow. Wow, wow,
And
wow.
yeah.
Oh, oops. Yes, yes, yes. Ashley, thank you so much. Oh my God, I'm so grateful for you. And this feels like a divine invitation to invite you into an ongoing practice in a dojo that, like I mentioned earlier, I'm creating. It's the Temple of the Jaguar, and it's for the disruptors, the visionaries, the empaths, and the healers to come together in this sacred circle of union, of women, of a collective community where you're cultivating that rawness and that fierceness simultaneously, where you're cultivating your intuition and your emotion and your ability to see the unseen, the essence of a jaguar, right? The jaguar is able to see into the night. She's got this incredible nocturnal vision and this nocturnal energy, and it's this energy of the feminine being able to see into the shadows, to see into the underworld and the void and the unknown, and walk through those spaces with bold confidence, fierceness, intuitive knowing, because you just know, because a jaguar doesn't question, she just knows it, and her energy is felt from miles away. And so this is the energy of the temple of the jaguar. This space is opening up January 2024. This space is going to be your go-to space. This is going to be your temple, your home to be in community and women. And it's going to be, the gym that you get to do these spiritual activations, receive intelligence from your guides and the spirit realm and all of these spirit animals that are supporting you at your back. And the temple is going to be a space for you to create real depth and intimacy with women here across the United States and across the globe. And so as you uproot and create new pathways and new homes back in the United States, I know that this is going to be such an incredible space for you to just to be received, because as a facilitator and as a space holder and as a guide myself, I know just how potent and how rich and how much of a gift it is to just be held to and to be guided. And so my intention with the temple is to call in priestesses, to call in healers and guides and shamans and medicine carriers and uh, teachers, and give you all a space to really just be held, right, by one another, by community, by me as the lead pack jaguar, and really creating, yeah, this sacred space for ascension, right, to temple ascension into and onto the throne. So it would be an honor to receive you in that space. I've got a little Black Friday promo that's still happening right now as well. With that, you'll get monthly one-to-one calls with me. The program is a 4-month minimum commitment because it is an ongoing, it is an ongoing um, sort of like a membership, but that 4-month commitment is to make sure that women come in and that they stay in. And I know, like, after the 4 months, we're just getting started. We're just grounding, we're creating those roots and creating that intimacy within the group. And as a feminine being, we go through cycles and initiations and ebbs and flows. And so just in that 4 months, we just get to live a microscopic cosm of time together. And so, yeah, inviting you into that longevity, and into that temple where you find your sisters and your soul family for life. Um, so there's weekly calls. There's connection calls, which are more grounded. Those are called the unity circles. The Becoming Her unity circle is grounded in sisterhood and connection. And then there's the feminine untamed ascension calls, which are more somatic in relation, more embodiment focused, more expansion focused, into the future now. And then we're going to be doing book clubs every month. So we'll have a monthly reading, and we're going to be doing the manifesting magic calls as a way to really continue to pull in the future now and collapse these timelines and step into it and ascend into the woman that you're becoming, followed with the action, right? And the intention and the energy cultivation. Um, yeah, and the Black Friday promo that's happening, you'll also get monthly one-to-ones, coaching calls, and a breakthrough session. So the bonuses are almost 3K in value for Black Friday. You'll get those completely free. And then there's a few different payment methods available, from pay in full to monthly payments to bi-weekly payments as well. I'm gonna post the Let's see. I'm gonna post the ATM, the URL in the chat box. So if you want to go in there and you can get some more information on the program and see if the temple is calling you in. But yeah, this is for the woman that's ready to go there and illuminate completely. And as you transition into these new identities of self, I know how important it is to also, have women by your side and at your back that are holding you through these spaces. So there's a monthly payment, the pay in full, and then bi-weekly payments that I'll put in the chat box as well. And it would be such a blessing to receive you. I see you, sister. I feel your power. I feel the priestess within, and the group is going to be filled with other intuits and priestess women that are carrying the light, like you're literally illuminating right now. um, so yeah, let me know if you have any questions, if you want to take advantage of the Black Friday. It's happening through tomorrow. And yeah, how do you feel? I would love to stay connected on Instagram as well. I don't think I have your Instagram, so tell me all the things.
Okay, thank you so much. This has been really amazing. I love it. I'm Ashley Sunshine. So I just wrote it in the chat. It's I am Ashley Sunshine. I think I'm following you on Instagram. I think that's how I found you through Shoshana.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. So resonant. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. It's absolutely my pleasure. I just followed you back and I would love to, yeah, hear how everything is landing and integrating. And if you have questions about the temple, I'm available for you. And like I said, the temple will be kicking off end of January, and minimum 4 months, because we're just getting started once we hit stride. So be such a blessing and we'll be in community. I'm so excited to have you as part of the Feminine Untamed ecosystem. And I look forward to sharing more space with you in the future and maybe even here stateside.
Yeah, I would love that. I would love that. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.